Get to the chopper!
Yeah. We need a bit of snow.
Welcome to the Gotham Knights podcast once again, episode 2. Fucking hey, guys. Fucking hey. Alright, no celebration. Fuck yous. So, joining us today is...
Josh Edwards, the attention whore.
Josh Crump. Josh Crump. Since there's two Joshes, you just call me Grumpy.
Call me Slut.
John Connor.
And I am Shannon.
The real John Connor.
Yeah. Real John Connor, please stand up.
Seriously, Terminator came back and tried to kill him.
That's why the name. Yes, Guy Reeves is missing in action. I should probably mention before we start that a lot of us might not be here during the week each time we do the podcast because of life and busy things and...
Life sucks.
We don't get paid for this sort of shit, so...
Yeah, fuck it, why not? You know, we do this, we do things. So, first things first, I got a thing I want to talk about that's been killing me all week. It's really stupid, and I know I can just use Google, but I really want to save it for the podcast. What happens when you put a pot plant in space?
It drowns.
Will it shrivel up and just turn brown and die? Or would it, like, freeze up?
Are you feeding it oxygen or are you
No,
putting it...
like,
It's in space.
No, you put it, you're in a spaceship, right? You put it in the airlock, you shoot it out. What would happen?
I actually believe that it will...
I said the exact same thing.
I actually believe that it will live for a little while, but it will eventually run out of its stores of nutrients and stuff like that. I'm a big plant person, so I believe it would live until its nutrient store would run out, and then it would go, there is no water and there is no oxygen, so we're fucked. Well, it doesn't need oxygen, it needs carbon dioxide.
Just to clarify, this podcast, like the podcast we do in the future, just be random shit. So get ready. We're going to change your fucking life.
No, what do you think, John? This is a serious discussion.
I've already told you, it will float. And it will die eventually.
Well, no shit.
I think
It will not die straight away, it won't just go brown and then go...
What is it?
I think it will last at least a week.
Human body, doesn't it?
Didn't you say like it would freeze? But
Well, there's like, you get those like, going by movie logic from one, I don't know shit about science.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, like, sometimes like you see movies and stuff that they freeze and whatnot. Does anyone actually know what happens to your body if you get flung out in space?
Yes. But
Besides just watching it in fucking movies.
yes, but we do
Well,
It's not like we're gonna have a test subject there. Okay, right.
So anyone willing to do that for the Gotham Knights fan page, let us know.
No, do not launch yourself into space, please God.
we're actually recording this on a Wednesday night, and it's the 9th. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes, so we probably should mention the day.
So it's the 9th of whatever fucking month we're in.
March.
Holy shit! Is it really March?
Yeah, it's my birthday month.
Oh, really? Birth month. That's exciting.
Shout out to Shannon Oxley on the birthday. 14th of March, people. Be there. Be sweet.
So we've had actually a solar eclipse today, and I watched the podcast, and I can imagine people are probably going, "What's a fucking solar eclipse?" I can also imagine people going. I can also imagine
moron out there who doesn't know what a solar eclipse is.
I can also imagine people that, like me, that watched the actual live stream of it and went, "Holy shit, this is fucking boring."
It is boring. Have you ever watched one before?
I've never watched one before, and I watched it today, and there's like 55 minutes to go, and I'm like, this is amazing. I can't believe there's only 55 minutes till I see my first ever solar eclipse. And when it actually happened, it was fucking shit.
It's almost like watching an ant going across a dinner plate. It's just like this.
I found it fascinating. The guy kept talking and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good. You get science people to talk about it. The one I saw like years ago when it last happened, however long ago that was.
Like 2009?
Yeah, something like that. It was just silence. You just watched it just go like.
Oh, that's bullshit.
And like people were just like so fascinated, like solar eclipse, holy shit.
This guy was really excited about it. So
can I tell the joke about what I said to you about pop earlier? When we were watching that we're watching a documentary.
Just go on.
We're watching a documentary about like terraforming Mars, And I
yeah.
said to my pop, "Oh, that's a good business deal right there. You should buy us a bit of acres on Mars." and he goes, because I live with all my family in one house, and he said, "Fuck off, back upstairs, Josh." I'm just like, okay, but you know, on eBay, it's like $19 for a square acre on Mars.
Which is probably some redneck in like Texas or some desert place who's just
all I got
Mars.
from that conversation was just a death stare and be like, change the channel. That was it.
Just to clarify, this is the reason I'm laughing so hard right now, is because I know that some fuckwit on eBay or something like that is trying to sell property on Mars that he doesn't actually know, like he doesn't actually own. That's why I'm laughing so hard.
Well, that's like what I said. Like, it's probably some redneck fuckhead that's just like done his desert backyard, like Mars, going, "Here we go, $19. I'm ready to go sell. This is gonna be like going up in value like 2025. It's gonna be awesome."
We're talking about like the moon landing.
Maybe you could put PKs on Mars, Pop, just to clarify and have
Shout out to PKs.
Shout out to PKs General Store. Love you, Pop.
Oh my god, mate, let's have that ad here. Your pop can sponsor us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. $1 million right there.
$1 million idea.
I'm gonna stop everyone right there.
Oh, Kanye,
Can't make less.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. But I'd like to remind everyone that we're actually really drunk right now.
Yes, I should probably mention that because John's pretty sober as well, but like me and John are probably the only moderate sober one. The two and the dynamic Joshes are just. Well, they're Josh's and they're just faces.
We'll have podcasts where we're not drunk, but it's always funny. We get the best material when we are drunk.
I don't actually believe that. I think me and Josh are probably going to be drunk the whole time. I'm going to plan it so if I'm here, I'm going to be drunk at least a little bit. I'm so much further gone than I wanted to be tonight, but that's probably why I'm talking shit. Just going to throw it out there.
I'm going to let you finish.
No.
That's bullshit.
Did anyone see...
Shut Kanye.
Did anyone see the friggin', I think it was in China or Taiwan, I can't remember. But it was one of those dash cams. Hang on.
So I'm really wasted right now, and I've got a really numb face, and Josh just poured me another shot of vodka.
Alright, when I count to 3.
Shout out to Smirnoff. I normally don't like you, but
no, it's
tonight.
Captain Morgan. We've got to get Captain Morgan.
Smirnoff and Kraken. Kraken is the shit.
Yeah, so my first drink tonight was actually Captain Morgan. I only had literally one drink left, so I downed that straight away. And then I've moved on to whatever Josh feeds me because he's.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Every time I look at John, he always gives me a face like, "You're an idiot."
What am I doing with my life? Why did I start this? What have I done?
Oh, you had your shot.
Anyway, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. Yeah, there was a footage. There was a footage, right? It was like a dash cam thing. Again, I can't remember if it was in Japan, China, or it was like an Asian country of some sort. And it was like a dash cam. It was like a van in front. A fucking toddler falls out of the van.
Oh my god.
In the middle of a highway. And the toddler is like walking along like it's lost, and the van just drives off.
Not like it's lost, actually. I think the kid's like, what the fuck just happened? I need to catch up to the van.
What was it doing? Just back in the van!
He just takes off. He's like, oh, they've got to catch up to the van. This kid's like 2 or 3.
I've never actually looked at the information to see what exactly happened. I've just seen the video, so I'm going to look it up right now.
I don't know whether I was sober when I watched this. I'm not an alcoholic, I swear to God. But
yeah, we only drink when we're all together and stuff, and that's a really, 2 weeks after we did the first podcast, and we're drinking.
No, it was 1 week. We didn't have.
Come on, we're going to convince we're not alcoholics.
Anyway, this is the most I've drank in my entire life. I've never drank this much.
And you will love it. You love it.
I do love it, actually. I'm having the time of my life. But I don't know whether I was sober when I watched the video that Shannon's actually talking about. But when I saw it at first, I'm like, this kid is like Superman. He fucking falls out of he and or she, because it doesn't really say. Okay.
Yeah.
So he falls out of the back of this van, and like Shannon said, what the fuck is he doing in the back of the van?
Okay, so what I'm reading here, apparently it was the grandfather who was driving.
Yeah,
Boy,
that's
the
definitely
boy's
correct.
grandfather, Yang Defu, was unaware that he'd fallen out of the back and one drove and without stopping. Like, what the fuck?
But this kid literally stands up and starts running after the van.
Yeah, he's
I'm so impressed. Like, this kid's development must be up the wazoo because it just gets up and fucking runs after the van. And I'm so impressed with the kid. But the father, I mean,
grandfather.
the father, the grandfather, the mother. Who the fuck is letting the grandfather drive this kid around with a loose kid in the van? Like, I've seen some negligent parenting before, but this is just fucked up.
I know.
Conversation.
But the kid, legendary, just gets up after rolling like 3 times on the road,
What?
just gets up and runs off
The
the
thing
van.
is, as well, no one even fucking bothered to stop and help. As far as
I
from
think
what I
that-
can remember from the video, there's one person who stopped. Not even the cam person who stopped.
I thought it was the cam person.
I could be totally wrong.
Because
but
if it wasn't the cam person, then he would have got run over.
I
Because-
suppose so. Yeah, that's true. Because he was
Because
behind it. Yeah.
the van just randomly opens.
Mm.
Like, it's closed van, then the van randomly opens and a toddler falls out.
You know what I think would happen? I reckon the van doors weren't very shut properly, and what happened was the toddler was wandering around the back of the van, and as he's gone off, like he started the car, the toddler's like lost balance and like fallen out. Like he's hit the doors and he's gone whoop.
I'm
Toddler
gonna
rolled
stop
out.
you
Yeah,
right there.
I think you're actually right.
I'm going to stop you right there. Are we smoking cocaine? This podcast?
We
Shut
are
up.
currently not smoking cocaine and or
up.
taking any illegal drugs.
Kids.
As much as I'd like to,
You know,
I've
the more
never-
you put it on, the more it sounds like we are actually.
I have not actually done illegal drugs for 6-ish years. I don't know if I'm correct. But out of everyone that's here,
Oh, you piece of shit!
oh my god, high protein fart, I'm guessing. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm too. My face.
John covered this fucking. Oh, dude.
My
It's
face.
literally a gas chamber in here.
My face is so numb that I can't actually smell it. So
My face,
I'm good.
If you slap me right now like that, I wouldn't feel it. There you go.
Hang on, I'm gonna slap myself.
Oh,
I know what you mean.
No. Ready?
Slap me. Oh, actually feels good.
Meanwhile, on 50 Shades of Grey.
Get the liver.
I wanted to make a discussion because John Connor and Karen.
We'll edit that shit out.
Sorry, John Connor and Shannon want to talk about something because they're sober. Let's talk about.
Filthy sober people. I mean, sobriety is the best thing
I'm
ever.
gonna stop you right there. We were talking about favourite like superhero movies and stuff like that. Let's
Oh,
talk
the
about.
last one, yeah.
Let's talk about another one. Like every week, we'll have a discussion about like a movie that we like or a comic that we like. So I want to know with my friends what is their favourite comic or movie and like what we talk about.
Okay, question. Does it have to be part of DC and Marvel Universe?
It's just anything, you know.
Okay,
like
good.
Mortal Kombat, anything, you know. It's just.
Can you guys like?
Hang on, what's it? You know,
Yeah, watch out, you know.
Hang.
John, I wanted to ask you
Keep it rolling until I get back.
Yeah,
because
Josh E. Dog is about to take a leak or something. What are you doing?
Take a leak.
Taking
Yeah.
a leak.
Too much liquor.
Down 1 man. Until he
come
comes
back and we'll finish the bottle.
We'll finish the what?
The bottle.
So I wanted to ask you, John, like because ever since I've met you, you've said your favourite comic book is Hush. Why is it your favourite comic? Because I can think of like Killing Joke, you know, The Long Halloween, that sort of stuff. Why is Hush?
I just really like Batman in his prime, and I like that he takes on Superman using his brains more than the kryptonite.
Mm.
I totally agree with that there. as well.
Kryptonite is really overused, and Batman's going to fight Superman. He's really undermatched, and
I like the fact in that comic too that he fights nearly every villain as well.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and the art is just really nice.
The art is gorgeous and harsh. I'm a big art. I draw and stuff. By the way, I forgot to do my plug. I do have an art page called Blue Cat, Cat with a K.
better like it, cunt.
Yeah, exactly.
Get up from outside.
Anyway, yeah. Again, it does have gorgeous art. I love the art, and again, like Jordan said, it's just like it's kind of got like the like Batman in his prime kind of thing. It was just good. I liked everything about it. It was really good. Yeah.
Another comic that I want to talk about that kind of reflects my love.
Is this your favorite?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
one of my
I'm making
favorite.
sure we're just saying all topic.
Very
Yeah.
good. The thing I like about Hush as well is that when he goes against Superman, he uses the fact that Superman is a good guy. Like, no matter what, he's got that strong moral code.
Yeah.
And as bad as he's going to get, he can never actually go full on bad to kill Batman. He's never going to go that deep. But Batman actually could if he wanted to, but he consciously makes the decision not to.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. It's like definitely a different take on.
I never-
Superman.
To clarify, before I met John, I never read Hush, and he didn't make me read it. He said, "Oh, you should read Hush." I love it. I think it's an awesome story. Has nearly all the villains, and it makes it, introduces a new villain at the very end. That's just, awesome. Hush should be in a lot more stuff.
We should probably clarify that it could be spoilers if you want to read any of these comics.
Yeah,
as
just
well.
like
Just in case.
for me, like
But keep listening anyway. Fuck the spoilers. Just keep listening.
Just skip ahead a little bit.
for me,
Because we need the views.
for me.
Search for more likes.
Oh, dude. For me, like when I'm reading comics and whatnot, the one that stands out for me is Maximum Carnage. Last week,
I should have expected that.
Last week we were talking about superheroes and what we love and stuff like that. Maximum Carnage is a story that, puts Spider-Man and Freddy Brink to a villain that's just amazing, like Carnage is like the most, R-rated sort of villain in Marvel Universe. You don't get more psychopathic than Carnage in Marvel.
Yeah.
So,
When you put him into DC, it's kind of like, that's another... DC's more darker in my opinion, where Marvel's more
I can agree there. Definitely.
kid-friendly. But with Carnage, it's just like, whoa, he's like Punisher in a way where they're both violent. And that's what I love. I like the more darker side of the stories. Batman's awesome because it's darker. DC's just awesome because it's darker, but Marvel is amazing too for all the the heroes and villains that are in it and stuff like that. And what I wanted to say about Maximum Carnage is the fact that it's a psychopath that it's a story following a psychopath that just believes in one thing, and that there is no rules.
Yeah.
And
What about Josh? What about manga? Do you read manga? You do watch anime, but so.
I don't really read manga. I've read a few hentai mangas. I think they're called Doshin or something.
Doshini or something. Doshini.
I can't eat mangoes, they give me nosebleeds.
Very funny.
But before we actually move on to myself, and I have this shot. Smile. Shout out. Are you saying it's more? What was?
you have a majestic beard. I'm just saying. Shout out to John's beard.
Only the manliest of men
So-
have awesome beards.
By the way, shout out to Tom Gleghorn's beard. If he ever fucking listens to it, you're a legend.
So before we move on to my opinion on whatever the fuck we're actually talking about.
Favorite
because-
comic book.
Favorite comic books. Okay. Are you saying it's more R-rated than Deadpool?
Carnage is more like
Violence.
Alright, so people who don't know, they need to read Deadpool versus Carnage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did.
If they read that, they'll understand. They are the most two violent characters in Marvel Universe, and they go against each other. Read that, and then read past comic books involving Carnage and Deadpool, and you'll understand. Carnage is the sort of, they wanted to create... So the backstory is they wanted to create something for Marvel in the Spider-Man universe. They wanted to create something that was very like the Joker, but without the humour sort of side. And they came up with Carnage. They were originally kind of called him Mayhem, but they didn't decide on that because they wanted, more of, just the original name. And when they brought him out, they thought he would be too violent. They had to turn him down so much. If Carnage was made into a movie right now, it'd be rated R.
Welcome to Josh Crump podcast.
Shout out to Josh Crump. But no, you asked me why. And that's exactly the reason why. Carnage is just... If you read Carnage comics, you understand why. He's just a violent character. Unlike Venom. Venom's more of a psychopath, but he has his limits. He knows when innocence and stuff like that, but Carnage just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
For me, I've actually never been.
You can have a favourite hentai, by the way.
No, we're not on Josh's porn segment yet.
No, it's not a porn. I'm talking about.
Shout out to Josh's porn segment. But I've never really been into reading comics or anything like that. I think lately I have been, but my eyesight has, and it has nothing to do with drinking, but my eyesight has actually affected the fact that I can't actually read comics very well.
Oh,
and I get distracted really easily. I need glasses, but too poor to have glasses, which is about to change, thank God.
Yay!
But I'm planning on reading some comics.
I'm going to stop you right there. Shout out to John Connor's bicep.
He was just giving a good flex in the middle of the discussion there. Oh, look at that.
John Connor's the sexiest out of all of us.
Look at that meat.
I'm feeling his muscle right now.
Go on to the
no give.
Go on to the Gotham Knight page and we'll post a picture of John Connor's bicep.
Hang on, let me take a picture right now. Keep talking.
Picture of John Connor's bicep.
You're really going, okay.
And the more, there's no other bicep around.
Oh man, I'm getting tipsy.
Hulk Hogan, we're calling you out. Shout out to Hulk Hogan.
Is it my turn? Oh, it's your turn.
We're planning on, I'm going way off topic, but we're planning on doing games and shit during this
we already mentioned that.
So we've mentioned it. I've actually just bought 6 new games because I'm rich. Actually, they're all from the second-hand bin.
Oh, I just spat all over my foot then. Thanks. Ew.
They're all from the second-hand bin, and 2 of them have been wrestling games, right?
Wrestling games?
Wrestling games. I love wrestling games.
Yes. Please look, and we'll make. Is it like what you talking about, like PlayStation ones, or like where you can customize your own character?
Customize your own character.
Yes, I'm so totally.
Xbox 360. Holy shit! Update: me and Josh Crump had almost finished an entire bottle of vodka by ourselves.
Woo! Yeah!
Thank you, Smirnoff.
I want to clarify right now. I won't be drunk all the time when we do this podcast because I want to have a serious conversation. But with the first 2, I thought it would be nice. And remember, the night of the Spanish woman's coming up, right?
We're gonna, Anyway, so going back on topic, I'm gonna go completely on a different route. Not saying
we haven't finished.
Oh,
No.
We haven't finished.
You keep distracting us from me.
I do because I don't actually read comics.
Well, let me talk. Let me have my say of what my
But
favourite.
before we move on to a new topic,
No.
that Tom.
We're moving on.
I used to love him on MySpace.
We're moving on the old one that you keep distracting. I'm sorry. I'm actually really tipsy right
Shout out to MySpace.
Shout out to Tom on MySpace. We still love you, bro.
I should get Facebook, eh?
Where is Tom on MySpace?
Yeah, I wonder if Tom actually has.
I am going to look this up right now.
But I bought 2 brand new games that were secondhand, and one was Legends of Legends. What? What is your problem? Legends of WrestleMania, which was compatible with 2009 WrestleMania. Let me just say that is the fucking worst gameplay I have played in a long time. Like, as far as wrestling games go. But I can't give it back to them. Like, I've only had it for less than a week, but it has Hulk Hogan, it has The Rock, it has Andre the Giant, it has
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It does have Stone Cold Steve Austin. I can't give it back to them because it has all these greats in it. So I'm going to play through it. I don't know if it'll be on the Let's Play because we have to look up copyright shit.
Shit.
What was that from?
Big.
Oh my god, you're
Is that-
sweating like a pig. We need a fan for you, bro.
OMG.
There's a fan here, but we can't
Can
turn it on.
Can I say my part of the comic book side now?
Okay, I'm gonna go for a filthy cigarette. I do
Okay.
not condone these.
How unprofessional.
They are
Shout out to blood cancer.
Oh my god, dead set. I am really tipsy right now. It just hit me. I'm like, woo!
John Connor's
Okay.
probably the
Shout
other
out
one
to
here
JPS,
that's
thanks
not
for cancer card.
John Connor's here that. John Connor's the only one here that's not drunk, just to let you know. And we will not always be drunk in these podcasts.
You've already said that. Shut up.
Have I?
Talk. Yes. Everyone's leaving. Are you kidding me?
You wanna smoke?
Right when I'm about to talk, Mike. Okay, who's not leaving? Okay, so when it goes going back onto like the favorite comic book collection kind of thing, I'm gonna go completely off the horse and say it's not Marvel, it's not DC. None of you guys have ever read it, I don't think, and I had mentioned it before.
Probably someone's read it.
Well, no, I meant like here.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck is that? Is that a
Probably
kryptonite?
not Jim.
That's the dildo kryptonite.
It looks like a dildo kryptonite. Oh my god! Can I have a look at that, please? Oh, ow! It's stabbed me!
Get it in the pussy.
No, you nearly did. So this is the infamous dildo kryptonite you've been.
Someone take a
God.
picture and put it in Gotham Knights.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture, right? And when we put this video up, we are going to have like a little quick photo shot of it and show you that it looks like a kryptonite dildo.
Like what Shannon was saying, like,
Can I just finish what I was saying?
yeah, I was just gonna
Okay.
put my input, like, in what you were gonna say, was that it's not always Marvel and DC with us, like, John is more like Batman than anything else. We're seeing his fucking Batcave, you know, like, that's saying something. But, like, we don't talk about anything, you know, we're complete nerds, we love anything, stuff like that. Like, I love Mega Man and that sort of stuff. And
Super fighting robots.
but, you know, that it's like that, so whatever Shannon's, like, Shannon's gonna say, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. The one I really love that I'm still reading at the moment. I'm like on this second last one. It's a comic series called Saga, and I highly, highly recommend it to every comic book reader. Even if you're not a comic book reader, fucking read Saga. It is fantastic because one thing, it's so real to like what like family and relationships and stuff are, and it's just like. But the thing is as well, it is very graphic when it comes to like sexual desires and depression. So if you have depression or you're like a sex craved man whore, I don't know if I recommend it, but
Josh Edwards.
yeah, Josh Edwards is here. No, but seriously, it's fantastic. Think of it like, to put it in short of what it's about, it's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet scenario where you got like a war going on between two alien races, which one's like a Moonies, which are like people with like horns of some sort. And the other side's like with these winged people, which I can't remember their names, what they're particularly called, but they've got wings instead. And they want their moon back, and the Moonies and these winged people have this massive war. And then this family, the male is called Marco, I think his name is, and the girl, which I can't remember her name, but they have a kid, and they're trying to like run away from it all and try and save this kid. That's the first ever like crossbreed between Mooney and a winged one, and it's like super crazy. It's very, very imaginative, very creative. The art is just fantastic. The story is fantastic. And you got these brilliant side characters, which are like this prince with a TV thing for his head, and he gets amnesia and all this shit. It's like fucking crazy.
It's like
definition of crazy. This comic. It's brilliant.
There's like comics out there that's not Marvel.
Saga. Look it up. Dead set.
There's like comics out there that's not even Marvel DC. Like John, well, I just said to John, we should recommend Batman comics because he loves Batman so much and stuff like that. We were just talking about Hush. What's another good one that?
If you're really into the Dark Knight movie and Batman Begins, The Long Halloween is
Yeah.
a great long story arc.
I don't think I've actually ever read that one. I've already read the...
John asked me to read it a while ago, and I read it, and it is really good. Like there's like a lot of villains in it that aren't mainstream as well. Like
Joseph Loeb writes a really, really interesting story, and it's the birth of Two-Face. And Tim Sale is great illustrator. Just
I love him so.
so nice, like
His
really
work is
classic looking comics.
Calendar Man is really good in it too.
Which I think Calendar Man doesn't get enough credit.
Well,
I know it's
like,
he does have a stupid name and his thing
can
is
I
kind of
have
silly,
can I
but
have like
he can be fucking awesome.
can I have like 5 minutes?
You've
Right.
already had 5 minutes.
I was
Shut
just
up.
gonna say, like,
Josh Edwards is back, everyone. Hey, Josh Edwards back. How you doing? How's your bag?
My bag was fantastic, but I am so fucked up right now.
Yeah, I'm tipsy.
like
I am way past it.
Like I was just gonna say, and it's gonna be quick. Some villains of Batman need more recognition.
Not doing that again.
Anarchy for one,
Oh, Anarchy, yeah.
Firefly for another. It's just like Batman has the best like villains category I've ever seen, but the fact that most of them don't have like powers or anything like that. You know what I mean, guys?
Yeah.
And it's just really good for the fact that even in the oh my god,
Something very gay is going on, I approve.
even with,
I was just shout out to Yowie fans.
Oh my god, Dramatic Murder fans, please hit me up.
I'm gonna let you finish.
We
It's
should
just,
totally talk Yowie.
Oh my god.
you know what I mean? Like Arrow season 4,
Yeah.
for instance. If people haven't,
Spoilers.
Yes, going into spoiler territory now. So you haven't seen Arrow like myself, but to be frank, I kind of already know what happens and stuff because it's been all over Facebook.
yeah,
So
they just announced that Anarchy's gonna be a villain in it.
yeah.
Like that's pretty cool. Anarchy's just like
Wasn't he more of a Batman villain though? I'm surprised.
yeah, he's a Batman villain, and Arrow fucking takes all the Batman villains.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, because he's
He
got
does.
shit all villains, and that's okay because Arrow's pretty fucking cool. And what I was gonna say is the fact that like with Long Halloween and stuff like that, I like how it's not Joker, it's not Catwoman, it's the minor villains getting a shot. You know what I mean? And they turn out to be pretty fucking badass.
No one's realising I'm jerking off a fucking kryptonite.
But seriously, don't you agree with me? Like some
Yeah.
some minor villains.
It still has some of the major
I-
villains, but they don't play a big part in it.
I must admit, as a like I said in the first podcast, I'm not a big fan of comics and stuff like that. But I watched the first 2 seasons of Arrow, and I'm like, you fucker.
Another shot has been poured, everybody.
I whispered to him as I came in from my death stick. I whispered to him, do not pour me another drink because I'm so fucked up right now.
I'm tipsy. I put too much Malibu. Yes, I am a lightweight, so
Shout out to
Shout out to
Jared's
Michael.
house and the neighbours for putting up shit.
John's
Yeah.
house. I mean John.
Yeah, Jared.
John. Whatever. Who cares anymore? Fuck it.
We live at someone else's house. Okay, so
Just want to put out, I love this, and I'm so glad that we're doing this.
It's great. I've always wanted to do because I'm very well acquainted with the internet thanks for been living in the middle of nowhere, having no friends for the majority of my life.
we all love Shannon.
Yeah.
She is a great
Right.
person.
Fucking inbred.
Welcome to Hunter Valley.
Just because.
To everyone in the Hunter Valley, we love you, but inbred. That's just the going joke.
Nan, I apologise. These are my friends.
Anyway, I can't remember what I was saying anymore. To be honest.
What's the topic? What's the topic?
We're just talking.
We're talking about like minor villains and stuff
We're
like that.
kind of off that now.
Oh, so
We've already done that to death.
Okay, so
Alright,
We've done
I got
it.
a perfect segment. Josh's porn segment
Yes.
right
before we go to the porn segment, Arrow really never interested me, and it was like the 3rd or 4th season before I actually got into Arrow. And the guy who plays Crixus in
now.
300,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to give Josh Crumpy a
High
high.
five on that. Shout out to Spartacus. Liam McIntyre, you're the shit.
We have to try and keep quiet so we don't disturb the neighbours. But having 2 drunken men in here is not going very well.
So I think it's Deathstroke, isn't it?
Yeah, Deathstroke.
It's
That's
Deathstroke.
really Deathstroke.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I had never heard of Deathstroke before Arrow, and I must admit, I'm so impressed with Arrow, the way they're introducing characters, even the way they've introduced... It's still full. I haven't had my shot yet. Josh Crumpy.
Josh was
has,
checking up on him. Crumpy was just checking up on him.
Crumpy's checking up on me, because I told him don't pour any more drinks, and yet he has. But I'm so impressed, like, with the way they've introduced Deathstroke and the Flash and stuff like that.
Did you know?
I mean, I'm only halfway through this second season, or maybe I finished the second season. I don't know because I'm drunk.
Did you know?
I don't condone being drunk.
Did you know? Did you know that Deathstroke is actually inspiration for Marvel for creating Deadpool?
I had no idea, actually.
Get it? Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson.
Holy shit! I had no idea. That is a connection I've just made. Like I've said,
Deathstroke
probably
is the
3 times during this thing, and 2 times during the last one. I'm not a big fan of comics, but I'm starting to get into them. But I think Arrow has done a lot for Holy Mother of God. I think Deathstroke. No, not Deathstroke. What's the show we're talking about?
Arrow.
Arrow. I think Arrow has done a lot for comic books because there's been a lot of spin-offs.
Not just that, it's just done a lot for DC in general. Like, DC would bring out fucking Batman, Superman movies all the time, and then they eventually be like, you know, Green Lantern's like, if you fans of Green Lantern out there and you like the Green Lantern movie, that's okay. But like, you know, we're not going to condone any shit movies here. But,
I don't know. I want to suggest a few really
I know,
shit
but
movies.
like I was going to
Like the
say,
Phantom?
No, even worse.
like I was
How
going
can you get worse than the Phantom?
Oh,
like I-
trust me, I'll
like
let
I
you
was-
know.
like I was going to say, it's like, you know, DC have only brought out Batman, Superman. They've even brought out a Gotham series. But Arrow came on, it changed the game. Like,
It did.
DC was like, you know, DC was like, oh, we can make other TV series and movies that aren't Batman, Superman. That's just my thought on it. Like, you know, they've got so many characters that would benefit so much more in like TV, like Green Arrow, Flash, fucking even Green Lantern, like, you know, Green Lantern Corps as a series. That would be the bomb, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, they're already kind of doing that with the animated one. They've got like an animated version. Apparently, that's doing really well. I know a few people who really like it. I've seen a few episodes and I don't like it. It's doing pretty good. Oh my god, guys! Again with the neighbours and the noises, and we're gonna get kicked out.
Okay, so what Shannon and someone is talking about, because Shannon is apparently 2 people. Me and Josh have just successfully finished a bottle of Smirnoff.
Yes.
Thank you, Smirnoff. We love you. Actually, I don't love you, but
Very soft.
my liver is not happy right now. But,
Speaking, like you guys mentioned earlier, there was the worst movies. I've
What?
heard of a movie, and it's called, what was it called? The Birds, or Attack of the Birds, or something?
no,
Something like that.
Stephen King.
No, it's not Stephen King. It's like
Okay.
Attack of the Birds or something. It's something ridiculous. But I remember seeing, I went on YouTube and I saw someone do a review on it, and I was like, oh, this can't be real. This can't be a real thing. So I looked it up, and fucking hell, it is a real thing. I'm not even joking. The acting is so bad, and the editing is terrible. Like, there's this one scene where these guys are like walking like towards kind of like a camera kind of thing. They're doing like a cool action walk, and you can clearly hear the director go like, walk slower, and then they just walk slower immediately. I couldn't be bothered to fucking like stop and like edit that out. And the birds are just like CGI stuff. They're just like flapped horribly, and some of the birds are upside down, and it is so fucking funny though. It's terribly shit, but it's hilarious. And why are you handing me water?
Just in case you wanted some.
I probably should have water because I am tipsy.
Back to shitty
Let's talk
old
about
school.
terrible movies. What are the worst movies you have ever seen? How about that?
Well, I'm not going to say the worst movie I've ever seen, but I tried to watch Stephen King, and Stephen King is a legend.
He's a legend
Oh
writer?
my god, John Connor, I'm going to shut you up right there. Best movie out, Machine Head.
Shut up, Kanye.
No, come on.
Kanye.
Come on. John, tell them about Machine Head.
Why don't you tell them? It's your favourite movie.
No, it's
You
your
barely
favourite.
said a
It's
fucking
favourite,
word in this
favourite.
thing. Go ahead.
I'm just here for support.
Our leader is here just for support.
Yes, I may be the host,
So-
but the leader of Gotham Knights does not fucking utter a word.
So the story of Machine Head is this guy like, what is it?
He brings back, reanimates a guy by strapping a machine to his head, and
Wow.
then he
Well,
becomes
man.
Machine Head, and then goes on to kill.
Murderous Rampage.
It's really silly science with absolutely random equations that somehow come to the point that he can strap a machine to a dead man's head and he will come back alive.
Would that be your favourite worst movie?
Worst movie of all time.
Your favourite worst movie?
Oh man.
Too many.
Yeah. I really like Evil Dead 3.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
I've watched this so many times and it never gets old.
Josh. Crumpy, I should say. Crumpy, what about you?
I don't
Try not
know.
to let this go for like 15 minutes because we've only got about 20 minutes left.
I don't know. Like probably fucking. Any of you heard of The Cave?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I've
Okay,
got
but
no
I think if it's one I'm thinking of, yes.
Like I watched that as a kid and I just did not get scared of that whatsoever. And I watch it now and it's just I don't know. There's something stupid about it. People might disagree with me. People might be like, "Oh, you're a cunt" for saying that. But like, I didn't really think that was a good movie. Like the worst movie that I think is awesome is Tremors.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a terrible movie with no awesomeness. I can't agree with you there. But,
Alright, Josh Edwards, what would you think?
okay, so
Joshy.
I have a friend, his name's Clint, and he told me you have to watch Tremors. Oh my god, that is the worst movie ever. But
Is there something bacon in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to
What?
talk about your favourite worst movie.
okay, so
Oh, the Kraken has been unleashed. Oh,
Mm.
he's gone down.
thank you to whoever makes the Kraken. I'm gonna
The
guess
Kraken.
Bundaberg.
Have a look.
Who makes the Kraken?
Davy Jones.
Speaking of Davy Jones,
Can I tell this story?
No, we're gonna finish this topic first.
Oh yeah,
Shut
the
up.
topic, right? No, don't get rid of that.
okay, so speaking of Davy Jones, Johnny Depp is my soulmate. I love him so much.
We're
Did
talking
you
about.
see him in The Walking Dead the other night?
He was in The Walking Dead?
Yeah, he
What?
was a severed head.
You're fucking kidding me.
What?
Yeah, the props
Spoiler
department.
alert, just in case.
The props department had to get like heads from like wherever they make them, and one of the heads they used was Johnny Depp's head from something else he did. Yeah, and so he kind of made an appearance on The Walking Dead.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
What about you, Shannon? Like we know,
Oh.
I know from first-hand experience that Shannon's a horror nut. When it
Well,
comes to like vampires.
not necessarily. I've grown up around horror because my brother's a secretive psychopath who's probably going to grow up to be a murderer one day. But
It's
But-
true.
I know I'm probably might get a bit of controversy here. But I mean, I could go with the easy route and say Troll 2.
What?
But have you ever heard of Troll 2?
Never heard of it.
They're
Never
really
heard of it.
good. I think they're going to get me.
Oh
This is the real-
my
no,
god!
That's the real acting. That's the real acting. They go, oh my god.
Zoom in on his mouth.
And that's it. And he has like a fly crawling on him just randomly.
The fly is the best actor in the scene.
But to go out of the bubble here, and again, I don't know if people would agree with me with this or not, and again, I don't know if you guys have seen it, is a movie called Tusk. I fucking
Tusk?
think that is terrible.
I'm
But-
gonna.
It keeps you so interested to figure out what the fuck this thing looks like at the end. And again, I'm gonna go into spoiler territory, so if you haven't seen Tusk and you do want to see it, it's by Kevin Smith, by the way. So if you haven't seen it and you are interested in it, skip forward a little bit because I'm gonna reveal what the fuck happens. But do you guys care if I say this?
Hang on. I'm gonna go out and say the Tusk is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Oh.
I'm
No.
legitimately wearing a
Unfortunately-
Fleetwood Mac song
He is on the on the show.
because I Wait for me to finish my shot.
The Kraken.
Half of my Kraken is on my shirt.
I've just spilled my drink all over my face. Oh my god.
I wanted to point out.
Can I just finish my talking?
Fuck you.
Mate, I'm gonna fucking deck you right here, right now.
How are we ever going to be sober for these?
Again. Do you guys care if I spoil what happens in Tusk?
Not really.
Well, yes and no, because
Yes and no.
has it got anything to do with Fleetwood Mac?
And John isn't really paying attention, so I'm going to do it anyway. So again, spoiler alert for Tusk. Anyway, so end of the end figure. This guy, he goes into the house. Well, he's like a podcast person. Funny enough, we're in a podcast.
John.
Anyway, he's a podcast person. He goes to interview some dude. He's like a
John
crazy
Lithgow.
war guy who's been on so many adventures. Blah blah blah. And he mentions about his fate. He was like stranded on a small island. And then he had fate, like this walrus came to be his best friend that he called Mr. Tusk. This guy gets stuck with him and he gets crippled and shit. Then he conducts like the surgery thing and makes him into a fucking walrus. And I mean a literal walrus. Like he is like a human sack of skin, but in the shape of a walrus and tusk. It is so fucked up. And he's like swimming with it and he's like, isn't this fun, Mr. Tusk? And the guy's like screaming in pain because like he's still a human, but he's got like fucking body parts and shit all over him, and it was bizarre, fucking bizarre, and it blew my mind away. Like, I hate this movie. I don't like it. I love Kevin Smith. I don't like this movie, and I was just like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, I couldn't believe that they literally turned this dude into a walrus. It was fucked up.
Okay, so
porn segment right now.
Okay, yes. So
Before-
now that because we've only got a few minutes left
Yeah,
to
come
the
on,
podcast,
porn segment.
we're going
Josh-
to go into the infamous Joshy podcast.
before I go to the podcast, because I'm really drunk, they're throwing me to the podcast because they know that I'm going to pass out sometime soon. So,
Oh my god!
Johnny Depp as Dead Man. Oh my god, that is the most boring fucking movie of all time.
What is it called?
Dead Man.
I've never heard of it.
I love it so much, but I hate it so much because it's so fucking boring. And it's like, it's made in the 90s. It's made in the 90s, but it's made like it's in the 50s.
Yeah.
I'm so drunk.
Oh my god, that's like Turbo Kid. By the way, if you haven't seen Turbo Kid, fucking watch it. It is a brilliant movie. Fantastic.
Josh Crumpy has made me so drunk that I cannot function
Yeah,
properly.
Josh E is pretty drunk right now. He hasn't even opened his eyes for about 5 minutes.
Can you? Alright.
It's true. It's definitely true.
Porn segment. What is your porno right now?
Okay, so I had two porn segments for you, like, right now. I had two. But because I've gotten so drunk, I can only remember one. And it is
Save the second for next week.
It is Alt 2. No, it's Alternate Girl. Alternate Girl.
Is that what it's called, the version of it?
That's called Alt Girls.
Alt Girls. I've
It is-
never heard of that.
I don't remember what the second segment was, but I had two segments.
No,
I had-
just leave it as the porn one. It's
I-
infamous of it.
Well, they're both porn, but
We'll leave the
Alt-
other topic for next week.
Alt Girls, and I'm holding my hands in a praying symbol because I don't know whether I can make it through this segment. Okay, so Alt Girls is essentially girls that do not fit the genre of normal girls.
So let's say typically speaking, you're talking about, sorry if this offends anyone, like people with like no legs or arms.
Fuck her right in the pussy!
Okay.
they're like girls with tattoos and.
But how is that alternative? Oh, you mean like alternative? Is that what it stands for?
Like, yes. It stands
Oh,
for
okay. I
alternative.
thought you were talking about like alt, like completely like different from like the like what society calls the norm, I guess you could say.
If I wasn't so drunk, I'd elaborate further. But essentially, it's girls.
Stop feeding him shots, dude. He's really
Is that-
out of it.
Is that another shot?
Stop it. Yes,
No.
the Kraken. Stop
No.
it. He hasn't opened his eyes in like almost 10 minutes now. Give him a break.
So.
Crumpy keeps trying to force drink Josh E, and it's really, it's actually like quite sad. He's like, have another drink, mate. He's like, no.
So, porn segment. So,
Oh my god, we haven't talked about Bigelow's show, by the way.
Porn segment first,
Okay.
then Big Lad show because we're
Keep
running
going.
out of time.
Keep going.
So, girls that have just tattoos and piercings and stuff like that, apparently they have their own segment. And they. I don't know, it was kinky as shit. I didn't particularly like it, but girls with tattoos and piercings and stuff have their own genre called alt girl.
Girls.
Yes, and it's it was horrendous. I was like, this is normal shit that I watch on normal porn, but because they've got tattoos and because they've got holy Jesus, I'm so drunk. So because they've got tattoos and because they've got piercings, they've been given their own genre, which is bad, but at the same time it's good because if you're into that thing, it's easy to find. But alt girls, I had a second genre, but I can't remember what it is.
Save that for next week, bro.
I'll never remember it. It's gone.
It's gone.
It's way gone. So again,
This is all Josh's fault.
So because we've only got about 10 minutes left, but we could go a little bit over time by like another 10 minutes. Who knows? I really want to give a shout out because these guys do not get enough credit. I don't think. There's these guys on YouTube and they go by, I can't remember their official YouTube name, but they do have a show called The Big Les Show. They're these Australian, few kids, I think. I can't remember how old exactly they are. But from what I've seen, apparently it started as an inside joke, but it's grown into like this YouTube show. And it's just fucking hilariously funny. And me and Crumpy constantly, and I mean constantly,
I want to give a shout out. You fucking Drago.
you fucking Drago. No, but seriously, if you haven't seen The Big Les Show, go ahead, type it in YouTube,
Yeah,
Big Les Show, and go have a watch because these guys are seriously, they work really hard. They do everything on like MS Paint or something, and they're fucking hilarious. The writing is creative, the jokes are funny. They've got brilliant one-liners, like they've got like you fucking Drago and all these kinds of different things.
Right.
Yeah. Of course, if there's any people who overseas who is watching this, you probably wouldn't understand the jokes as much as. But if you're in Australia and you know the Australian subculture and whatever, you would definitely have a kick out of the show. It's brilliant. Again, shout out to the Big Les Show. You guys are fucking awesome. We love you so much, and please keep going on with what you're doing because you are fantastically geniuses. So yeah, that's pretty much what I really wanted to let out.
The last segment we should talk about is John Connor's segment and what he wants to do with the future of Gotham Knights.
Yes.
Filming and stuff like that. What do you want to do, bro?
We are currently developing a kind of original series, but basing it really heavily on comics. So each episode will be completely inspired by one specific or two specific comics, and we're getting our own individual ideas of how characters look and behave and stuff like that.
It's so fucked. Sorry.
Josh is like always practically asleep in his chair.
I am not in the right way.
Are you okay, sweetie?
Continue.
I'm not good.
That's it.
I'm not good.
Alright, so like, what comics do you want to? So we give the
So
viewers.
first one we're working on is based on Man Who Laughs. It's a Joker story, very early in
I don't think I've read that.
Batman's career.
I've got
Okay,
it
so
at
that's
home
fine.
if you want to read it.
Yeah, I'll borrow it off you later.
But
After I
yeah,
finish watching
Where-
Saga.
we want to like, cause Crumpy here. I play Joker and Aquaman, and
Oh, that's right. We should probably mention what we fucking do we play in Gotham Knights.
well, yeah,
We didn't
Joker.
even do that in the first one. We
Well,
should.
as I said, Crumpy here. I play Joker, Aquaman, and anything and all that sort of stuff. You know, John Connor here plays Batman.
We'll let him talk.
I play Batman. I also do all the editing and write all the scripts.
He does brilliant writing and editing. Give a hand for John.
He has really good scenes. Like, I think of, because I'm an actor and I like Grumpy here again.
Well, you're training in it.
I'm training in acting and I like to act. I've always loved to act. And John makes scenes where I don't think of that are really amazing and stuff like that, and I think they're going to display your mind on like comic book wise and stuff like that. It's going to be really awesome. So, what about you, Josh?
What about me and what?
This is literally an audio of everyone just descending from like moderately okay to just drunk to like fucking off their nuts to just like.
And Shannon getting the floaty drunk.
Yeah, I'm like really tipsy.
Shannon's a.
Can you just like? Oh my god! You just fucking said
On to
that.
Josh's
No,
game.
shut up. Why did you have to say
Because
that?
I'm going to talk about the fucking night with the Spanish woman. You think that's bad enough?
This is my private life. You don't just go ahead and fucking say that.
Private life too.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean everyone else is comfortable with sharing their fucking
We're
private
gonna
life.
make.
It's going to be pay-per-view.
Oh, fucking shut up. Oh my god, I hate these guys.
Shannon Oxley versus Josh Crump.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fucking brawl. Here you go.
Smackdown.
Oh, right.
Shannon Oxley wins.
Have a kryptonite dildo, you cockhead.
Don't take it on me
So-
because I'm drunk.
Josh, talk about your goon.
Good sack.
I don't think I've pissed like
We'll talk about Josh's goon in the next one.
Josh is the villain goon sack. It's our.
Okay. Okay, we accidentally just restopped recording, so sorry if the audio fucks
He
up.
re-edited that.
Yeah. We accidentally bumped a keyboard and it stopped the recording. I apologise.
Shout out to Shannon Oxley for throwing a fucking kryptonite on my penis.
Anyway, yeah, Josh Edwards is going to be like the
Goon sack.
yeah, the goon sack. So for people whoever's listening overseas, goon sack is a type of alcohol you can buy that is sold in like a kind of like a foil bag.
Some people refer to them as moon bags.
Moon bags.
Moon bags.
Moon bags. Okay.
Because they're, everything in the Apollo.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
always covered in foil.
And honestly, because oh fuck, I'm so fucked.
Yeah, I'm pretty tipsy at the moment.
Can you really make these podcasts joints together?
Yes, you can, Josh. It's easy.
Quite easily.
Don't call me Josh or Grumpy because Josh is fucked over.
Josh is literally sleeping right now. That's so funny.
Josh Edwards, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm trying not to.
Web series coming up after this episode.
I got told that Nintendo won't accept my NES. It would crash sector early because of my NES.
Let's do it. We officially just lost what the fuck we were talking about.
I love you guys.
I can't stop laughing.
This is the segment where Shannon laughs.
Can we talk about Shannon?
No.
Shannon, talk about your characters.
Yeah, I should probably do that. Oh my god.
So we've got
I'm so
Grumpy
tipsy.
playing
Okay.
Aquaman, Joker,
We've
Josh
already,
Edwards
we've
playing
already
Good Sack.
established that, yes. Oh my god, I am fucking out of it right now. I gotta stop. Okay, so what I do, I play Harley Quinn. I'm doing Hawkgirl, who hasn't appeared yet. I could be doing something else in the future, who knows. But I do host the podcast, or I try to, but I horribly fail.
Oh, dude.
I also have, like, again, I'm going to selflessly plug my art page, Blue Cat with a K, Facebook TV art. But I do, like, some art stuff on there as well, like the cover art. Pardon me. The cover art you see that's done by me, again, being selfish right now. And just promoting myself because I need more love. So,
I don't want people to
Yeah.
think we're just getting drunk and having fun. I want people to know.
no, this is great. This is great content. I think I'm the only one here who actually listens to a bunch of different podcasts, and the majority of the podcasts I listen to are either like all serious and talk about news, or they all just get fucking wasted.
And I want
just
people
talk
to
about
know too
shit.
that we're not always going to be drunk. We're not always going to be so stupid. We will talk seriousness sometimes.
Well, we have talked serious in this podcast.
Like, Night of the Spanish Woman. Watch out, because that's coming
That
up.
is coming up. Yes, we're going to keep talking about Night of the Spanish Woman. So trust me, it is one heck of a story, and we'll probably dedicate a whole podcast to it.
Yeah.
Maybe we should save it until we get to like a certain subscribers.
Yeah, alright.
How about that?
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so we'll decide how many subscribers we should get.
There's not only that, there's a night of John think a guy thought John was Darth Vader in his fatsuit, you know, like there's just heaps of stories and it's just so funny.
I should probably explain as well that we don't only just cosplay at like conventions and things like that. We also go do outings. Like sometimes these guys, especially here, I haven't personally done it really myself. They go to like nightclubs and stuff, or they have done. And some of the stories that have happened are quite fucking adventurous. So we probably should have like a podcast dedicated to just like their adventures at like different nightclubs.
We also do a lot of charity work.
Yes, like again,
any charities that you want us to do, hit us up. We'd love to do it.
We do charity stuff for free. So if you're like a charity sponsor, or you know you host events that like needs charity help of some sort, hit us up because we'll be more than happy to try and help out if we're able to. We've mentioned this in the previous podcast. Guy actually mentioned it because he does a lot of charity work himself, like some actual work. But we do a lot of charity work for free. So if you're in our area and know of, charity events, or if you are a charity event person, please hit us up because we love to help out. We love to spread love and try and get, help kids or help people. And
exactly. Kids are the main reason.
Was it Finn who we helped out? We did we helped him get prosthetic limbs, wasn't it?
No, it was Starlight Foundation, we help them. We always, sometimes we're at hospitals, sometimes we're doing charity events to raise for diabetes, that sort of stuff.
No, but years ago I'm talking about.
I'm not sure, I can't remember.
I could be totally wrong about this, but we were helping a kid named Finn. I believe his name was Finn. This was a fairly long time ago, probably about 3 years ago, and I am pretty drunk, so I can't particularly remember what this is about. Josh is just out.
Josh is just fucked.
He's gone. He's everyone's poking him and trying to get him to wake up, and it's not helping. We do a
John
lot
Connor's probably thinking, this is my podcast.
Finn, I believe, he had, I can't remember what particularly happened, but he had a lot of, he had an arm missing or a leg missing, and some of the stuff we did, we managed to help him, or help the family get a prosthetic limb for him, so, which is awesome to hear. So, yeah.
Makes you feel like a real superhero.
Exactly.
It does, definitely
any
does.
kids that are out, if you have a kid that's struggling with life and whatnot, we're glad to dress up and help out and raise money or anything. We'd love to do that. We want to help kids and we want to help families.
If you're a family who's crying for help and not being heard of, please let us know because, again, we try our best to try and help these people because that's what we do.
My sister is a type 1 diabetic and I would do anything in the world to see her happy, and that's the same with anyone else.
Oh,
I don't want to get into details about this in the podcast.
Not dildo.
I don't want to get into details about this in the podcast or whatnot, but I've had a bit of struggle. I was in the Starlight Foundation when I was very young, and any help, any time is what we'll do. It is the best cause to help kids. It is the best cause. It's the best. It's the best cause to fight diseases, cancer, and all that. And I've got 2 words: fuck cancer.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stephen and Mel for there, but we're happy to help at any time.
Definitely. So I think it's been about an hour because I've accidentally bumped the keyboard and stopped the last previous audio. So
time for web series.
Yes, so we're about to do. Hopefully, we'll be able to do tonight. We're about to film a web series. So again, keep a lookout. Like, subscribe, share, do all that kind of cheesy shit. And, again. Do you guys want to say goodbye? Say goodbyes?
Thank you.
Alright, thank you guys for listening to the Gotham Knights podcast.
Take care.
Please like, subscribe, or share. Even sharing helps. We want to get out there and let people know what we do and everything else. So, thank you guys very much. Josh Edwards, surely. Appreciates it. Even though he's partially conscious. So thank you guys, and good night.